Layla Ghalib works for the local government in Baghdad. She was happy to get a government job because it provides security and a steady paycheck. Or so she thought. The plummeting price of oil has left a big hole in the government's budget, causing a restructuring of the state's finances. That's meant a 25% pay cut for Layla, and she now gets paid every 45 days instead of monthly.
There's a big fear amongst the employees. Most of the employees are totally dependent on these salaries. If they're being cut, then we won't survive. So the government is effectively forcing people to seek other options, maybe even terrorism.
Government leaders say that as soon as oil prices rise, salaries will be restored to previous levels and payments backdated. That cost will be huge. Iraqi society heavily relies on government jobs.
Around 95% of all of Iraq's revenues comes from oil. About 4.5 million people are on the state payroll and another 3.7 million people receive state pensions. Any cut in those pensions, any cut in those payrolls means that there is a direct impact in places like this, Iraq's markets, and the ability for Iraqis to be able to feed themselves and to look after themselves.
Salesman Yasser Hussein says shoppers aren't buying as much as they used to.
The purchase power for people has declined because of the austerity measures implemented by the government. People used to buy extra, now they don't. People are trying to save as much money as they can in case times get even tougher.
Economists say that fear is well-founded.
State employees have the right now to be afraid about their salaries. The government's actions in such regard is mounting fear and pressure on civil servants. It coincides with the fast-pacing international economic developments that overshadows Iraq's economic situation. These fears will continue.
Even the most optimistic of assessments suggest Iraqis face more tough times ahead for the next 12 months at least. When the cost of the war against ISIL is factored in, those challenges are multiplied for the government ministers trying to balance the budget. However, it's Iraqis with jobs who are especially suffering, living from one paycheck to another with little idea if or when things will improve. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.